Today I'm going to attempt something ridiculous. All 10 ascents of the Monte Grappa. With 18,000 metres of elevation, which equates to a 455-kilometre ride. As to why I'm doing this, and can I even do this, well, we'll get onto that, but I should probably get cracking.
I just don't want you to be under any illusions as to how long this might take.
Right, I'm about to set off. I'm feeling really nervous, but I can't wait to show you this climb because it's absolutely sensational. And I feel that it's one that's not on the radar of a lot of cyclists, despite sort of how amazing it is. So let's get cracking, and the sun's come out. Give you that, Hank. Right, let's go. This ascent was actually in the Giro this year.
The Monte Grappa is an incredible climb that is steeped in history. It's located north of Venice and overlooks the Venetian plain out towards the Adriatic Sea, which you can see on a clear day. It marks the start of the Alps to the north, and it's 1,775 metres high, meaning each ascent that I have to do is around 1,400 metres. As mentioned, there are 10 roadways up this climb, and I've just started on the first out of Salto della Capra, which is a beautiful town and something of a cycling mecca. This is going to be a brutal challenge, but fortunately, I've got the help of these two clowns and our support vehicle.
Right, time to do our job, support crew. You're on mechanics, I'm on food and drink. Done.
Oh.
Support van with the two clowns behind me.
Yeah.
Yes, we will be supporting by giving sustenance and food and gels.
Right, good little lift there.
And a bit of motivation too.
Motivation.
And I am Captain Motivator, if I'm honest. Are you alright, Ollie?
Mate, you are Mr. Motivator.
You feeling good?
Yeah. Can you wear a leotard?
Oh
No.
well, that's for when we go to 12 o'clock. The graveyard shift.
Nice. Yeah. Look forward to that.
So we are going to be supported in the ID Buzz, right? We're jam-packed full of snacks, spares, all of the spare kit and equipment you could possibly need.
Keep going, mate. We'll see you in a little bit.
In a bit.
So when I got to the top for the first time, I felt really good. And I rode past one of the Alpini soldiers who guards the war memorial at the top. And he waved to me and I said, 1 down, 9 to go. And he was like, oh, what? and sort of like laughed. And then I felt kind of good. I felt really positive at that point. Like that first climb, I felt really strong, felt really good. And I wasn't really trying to think about how daunting it was that I had to do that kind of 9 more times. I just thought pretty positive, like 1 down, I can do 9 more of those, keep going.
1 down.
You know?
Oh, yes.
This has got 30 grams of carbs in it. That's
Yeah.
the one you pre-made up.
That's just water in that one, I think. Electrolyte.
Yeah, the red one's electrolyte. Trying any real snacks, or you good with that?
All right, but this is for now. But yeah.
All right, looking good, mate.
This is crazy. On the first descent, I'm in tunnels,
Look at the fog! I can't see anything.
Okay, we've got a message from Ollie, a little update.
Yeah, because we lost him.
Hey guys, I just got to the bottom of the second climb and there was a load of storm wash and sharp rocks across the road and I've got a massive slice in my rear tyre and I'm going to need to patch the tyre, so I need a bit of help.
What happened?
Got a puncture on it. Basically got to the bottom of the descent and then the last little bit's done for me and got a puncture. We'll fix it, we'll sort it out.
Calm, cool, collected. That's what you need for this challenge.
Oh, naughty.
I feel like a support crew, we should be doing this, but...
Well, go for it. There's little thingy in there.
The hole's too big for plugs, so we're going for a TPU
the other way when it's...
inner tube instead.
Got a lever?
Hopefully that will survive it.
I'll do it, because I can...
First ascent done, first descent done, first puncture done. Well done, mate. Sorted.
Sort of.
He's back on the road.
I mean, it's not a great start to a 10 ascents of Monte Grappa, is it? When you do your first descent, then you get a puncture.
It's all part of the challenge.
Unfortunately, things got worse.
I'm 5k up the second climb, and I've just got another flipping puncture. I've not had any punctures all year.
Spotted it. Grab the tube, have a look, see if you can find out what spotted it.
Well, I mean, I'm going to describe this as suboptimal, if I'm honest. Come on, man. Oh, yeah.
13%.
What's the average of this one?
Steep.
This climb is absolutely brutal and it features like a 20-kilometre section I can see on the summit segment of my Wahoo that is 11% average, and I'm on it now. It's just not dipping below 10% and it's cruel. Even with this 34, I really feel it in my lower back. It's a savage climb, it's like the Mortirola.
Right, 2 down. I'm climbing well, got a good pace, but I'm a bit behind schedule because of the punctures, but it's all right. I've just come from the top and there's this incredible monument up there, which is just beautiful and majestic. It's there for all the people that have died in the 2 world wars, mainly World War I. This was probably the most insane battlefield of World War I, and they estimate that 23,000 people died on Monte Grappa in World War I, which just blows my mind. And there's a cemetery up there with 12,000 people buried there. It's nuts. But it kind of, as hard as this is, it's nothing compared to what all those people went through when they were on this mountain. So kind of, I'm using that for a bit of inspiration. But right, I'll have a bit of sandwich and well, crack on. Right. Arrivederci.
Just reached the bottom, number 3. Let's get to it. Let's get heading back up. Look at that sun. It's gorgeous. What's crazy is look at this cliff face up here. Look at that. It's mad. Like, each one of these climbs is just very different in character. I love it. Oh, it's great. Oh, this is hard, but riding up and down mountains is like my favourite thing in the whole world, so bring it on. Let's do it.
While I continue up the mountain, it's worth pointing out that we wouldn't be able to make videos in stunning locations like this without the support of you and our sponsors. And in particular on this video, Volkswagen Commercial Vehicles have made this challenge possible. If you want to support us, please consider liking or subscribing or even leaving a super thanks. It really helps.
This third climb I'm doing is absolutely savage. Like, I've just gone up this wall where it's just been hovering around sort of 14 to 19% the whole way. Like, for about 3 kilometers. And I mean, like, try staying in zone 2. It's well hard. Oh God. I hope that these climbs are going to get easier and that, like, I'm front loading it with the harder ones. Oh, because if they're all like this, I might struggle to complete this. I might have bitten off more than I can chew. This is something else, this mountain.
When we get to the next descent, we're going to pick up some hot food, hopefully.
Yeah, do it.
Looking good, though, mate.
Thanks, man.
Getting to the top for the third time, it was raining and it was cold, and I mean the first one was ascent was like all right, it wasn't too steep, and then the next two, I mean one of them was like 20 kilometers at 11%. I've just horrendous. I'm starting to think I might have like bitten off more than I can chew here, because I'm technically not even a third of the way in yet. I've done 3 of 10. Like, I've got a long way to go, and I'm sort of doing the maths in my head, and I'm like 7.5 hours in, and I'm thinking, I mean, I'm probably not going to speed up. This is going to be a long shift. And then it's starting to get dark as well. It's like the enormity starts to dawn on you.
Oh, 3 down, 7 to go.
Right. I'll put your front light on, yeah?
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Well, I mean, we've had updates on where we are on the route and stuff, but how are you actually feeling?
I mean, it's bloody hard, this climb.
Yeah.
This climb is really hard.
I'm saying, yeah, but I mean, I'm not
Like, it's, I mean, I've been up one side of it, ridden up one side of it prior to doing this, and I've driven up one side of it. But the side I rode up is one of the last ones I do, second to last one I do, and I can tell you it was a lot easier than the ones I've been doing. Right? There's a lot of like double-digit sustained walls. It's a hard climb, this, but I'm doing all right.
Right, see you in a bit. Bye.
Ollie's fueled up and set up with all his lights, kit, equipment, everything he could need, ready for that next big stint. He's got a big long descent now, so it's like absolutely crucial to keep him warm and dry. I think the reason kind of goes without saying. It's rainy, it's misty, it's cold, it's wet and it's windy. And we're going into the night time now. We're gonna try to get some hot food, look after him, look after us. Wish us luck.
The rocks washed onto the road by the prior day's storm weren't just a puncture hazard to my bike. Fortunately, Alex was on hand to do his bit for the local community.
Feeling it a bit, but to be expected really. I mean, right now we are coming up to 7,000 meters, like elevation already for the ride.
Yeah.
So, you know, by the time I've done the next climb, it'll be more than an Everest thing.
It's gone 10 o'clock at night. Now, like, I have got a lot of respect for Ollie already with some of the crazy stuff he's done. I think this is taking it to another level. The guy's an absolute machine. I don't know if we're really portraying just how hard and extreme this is because he's so upbeat and happy. Trust me, this is another level.
Oh yeah, look at this. God, I love you lot. Bloody great. Although you could have sliced it.
No, they didn't slice it for us.
Just like tearing shards, like an animal.
Just like smashing this. I keep saying it after I do every one. I hope they get easier because, like, this climb, like every ascent so far has been horrendous. That's so steep, way steeper than I imagined.
Yeah.
Keep
I mean,
going.
it's all down to you now, really.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going. Right. Right. I'll catch you in a bit, boys.
This is steep as f***. This is ridiculous, this climb. Oh man. This is a horrendous road. I keep hoping they're going to get easier, but I think this is the hardest yet. The surface is terrible. And there's a big wall of 25% up here. Struggling for traction a bit as well.
So I got to the halfway point, which felt absolutely massive in my head, particularly because the 5th ascent that I'd done was absolutely savage, and I'm gonna say that that was the hardest one. There was a wall in it that was, you know, over 20% in places, and the surface was really, really slippy, and my back was just in absolute agony going up there. Like, you're already tired, it's pitch black, it's the middle of the night, and you're grinding up like 20%. I couldn't get out the saddle much because my wheel would slip. I had to keep the weight on the rear wheel because the surface was slippy. My back was just like in agony, like so much pain. Like, your core muscles are just doing so much on those steep gradients. And I was just sort of thinking, God, I'm only halfway. Like, I've got to do all of that again. And so then I'm thinking, don't think about that. Just get to the top. Then you've got a downhill, you can relax a bit. And then you're going to do the 6th one. And by the time you've done the 6th one, you've broken the back of it. So just keep going.
Hank's going to be taking over, keeping an eye on him, keeping the old boy safe. And then we are going to be checking out, getting a few hours sleep. And then we'll be back for sunrise to hopefully help Ollie push on through to the finish.
6th ascent, mate. Rep 6, yeah. About to summit. Broken the back of it now. And it's like 4 in the morning.
Oh, what a beauty. Keep going, bro.
It's coming up to 5 AM. Ollie is just coming to the top of his 6th ascent. And I've got to say, what a feat. It's so good to see someone just like absolutely put it all out there. But he's feeling it now. So this is what you call the graveyard shift, which is just a really nasty bit where you've been riding a long time, the sun hasn't come up and you're just feeling a bit low. So in the next hour is going to be the sunrise. The team are going to come and that's hopefully going to lift his spirits. But yeah, this is the bit you love when you finish, but it's the bit that you hate when you're going through it. When the sun comes up, you feel so much better.
We're quite a long way in now, getting on for 20 hours. So heading down now for rep 7 and hopefully sunrise.
I absolutely love sunrises, and after riding all the way through the night, having the sun come up is just one of the most glorious things. And I've said it before, but I just feel like I'm solar powered. Like when that sun comes up, I just feel like this wave of positivity, and I feel like I get energy from it, and it makes me able to sort of push a bit harder and just spurs me on. It really helps your motivation, and I've really needed it at that point.
Panini, toasty. If Marangoni was here, he'd be going, but Ollie, why is it you ride Monte Grappa 10 times? I think my Marangoni impression's pretty good.
Right, squad. Checking in from the top of Monte Grappa. Ollie's been up 7 times. It would be cool if anyone can send a voice note, send into this WhatsApp group. So I'm gonna play some to Ollie. He's absolutely smashing it. He is starting to struggle at the moment though. His head's gone down and he's creeping along a little bit. His body looks broken, but he's doing it. Yeah, all your support's welcome.
I think when I got onto the 8th ascent, that was the longest one of the entire ride, but it's also the least steep. So I felt terrible. I was feeling really rough at that point, but I'm always looking for a positive spin on it. And so at least with that one, I'm going, it's really long, but it's nowhere near as steep as the other ones you've been doing. So you can do it. Just keep going. You get a bit of rest on this one because it doesn't matter if you go slow, just keep going, just keep moving.
Well done, Ollie. You are absolutely killing it. So impressive. Keep it going, bud.
Right, bud. Right, let's have a little breather here, a little refresh. Pass your bike. I got it. So you want to
Take my leg.
you want some clothes off? Chill.
No, just keep going. Quick stop. Otherwise I'll never get it done.
Let me push you, come on. Good? Yeah. 3, 2, 1, we're off.
Yeah, sorry I'm not going faster for you. I'm going as quick as I can. I'm really struggling. I just don't want you to be under any illusions as to how long this might take.
It started to dawn on me at that point that every time I went up the mountain, each ascent had sort of been taking me about 2 hours. And then at that point, they were starting to take me like 2 hours 20, 2 hours 30, that sort of thing. And I was doing the maths and then I was like, well, and then if I stop for like 10 minutes at the top and get clothes and some food, and then it takes me like 45 minutes to ride down, we're looking like, I'm totting it up in my head thinking once I've done this one, I've got like 2 more to go. I'm not going to be done for like hours yet. And it's that thing of like, if someone said to you, right, you're going out on a 5-hour ride today, you'd be like, blooming heck, that's a long ride. And I'm thinking, I've still got like 7 hours left. And I've already been riding like, 28 hours. Like, keep going. Hey guys, I'm about 5 minutes into climb 9 and I've got another puncture and I'm on my last tube. Send help.
If it all goes really, really wrong, right, you're going to have to try and get some signal and watch an old Matt Stevens video on how to repair a tube when you haven't got any spares left.
Got grass in my wheel.
Yeah,
It's this end of the mountain where we've just had all the punctures.
yeah.
It was the next one along where we did both cars. And I had 2.
I
And
never
those
ever,
other people had 1.
I never ever thought this was going to be a problem we'd have. Come on, Ollie.
Why am I doing this? Well, I know that I'm never going to be the best cyclist in the world, and I'm never going to ride anything like the Tour de France or anything like that. But something I feel that I do have in common with someone like Tadej Pogačar is a shared drive to just like reach like our full potential, and attempting something completely crazy and mental like this represents that for me, because I'm not even sure if I can actually complete this. And locals who, have said that it's not possible to ride all 10 ascents of the Monte Grappa in a single ride, which is pretty daunting. But the 2 people that have already done it in the past, one was an Olympic athlete and the other one was an ultra endurance pro. And they did it in 41 hours. So I guess we'll see.
So 18k at 8%. As climbs go, that's music to my ears. That's definitely, those stats are a lot easier than a lot of the other climbs that have been on this route. So let's get it down.
When I started the climb at the bottom, the summit segment flashed up on my Wahoo, and it said 18.5 kilometers to the summit. So I'm sort of started playing games. I'll be like, right, do 500 meters out the saddle, then do 500 meters sat down, and then you've done a kilometer. And then was just constantly sort of doing little games like that. And then before you know it, I'd done sort of 4K. And then I'm like, I've only got 14K, and then all this pain can stop. At that point, I'm in agony. I'm just in, like, basically everything's hurting. You know, my feet are hurting, my back's hurting, my arms are hurting, my hands are hurting, like, just my neck, like, my legs, obviously. Everything's sort of aching and you're just really tired. But yeah, just kept ticking them off.
I actually can't, and I don't really want to get my head around the enormity of this ride you're doing. It's pretty much beyond my comprehension. But you're smashing it, mate, and I know 100% you're going to complete it.
On the final climb, I sort of set myself this little like target of trying not to finish in the dark, like trying to finish before the sun went down. So I kind of knew when sunset was, and I knew that I was going to sort of fail that goal. And it does get quite hard, like when it gets dark very quickly, and when the sun goes down, it just gets so much colder straight away. And then you have to, you know, stop, and you have to get your lights on and all that. And it becomes pitch black up there, and it does affect, it affects me mentally. Like, I do feel like I'm solar powered, but just gotta keep going. That's what I just tell myself, just keep going. Like, it'll be over soon.
I've done it. I can't believe I've done it. That was absolutely savage. It's like the hardest 35 hours of my life, I think, ever. That was so hard, and I was a bit nervous before I'd even did it. I knew it was going to be hard, but I never thought it'd be that hard. It's yeah, that is ridiculous. I feel a bit emotional, but I think it's absolutely blooming freezing, so I think we're gonna get off the mountain and we're gonna head back to where we're staying, because I know that the guys are all down there, and I need to thank them, because I couldn't have done this without their support, that's for sure.
When the dust had settled after riding 447 kilometres and climbing 18,387 metres, my total time for this ride, including stops, was 35 hours and 22 minutes, which we believe is the fastest known time for all 10 ascents of the Monte Grappa. I think I'll have a lie-in tomorrow.